while thermochemistry means the change of chemical energy during a chemical change, that is known as thermochemistry. And the last one is chemical energetic. Relationship between different kind of energies, that is known as chemical energetic. First of all, we have to discuss few basic terms which are going to be used in this chapter. And the first term, that is system and surrounding. First term is system and surrounding. So, system may be defined as part of universe on which we are experimenting or which is under our consideration, that is known as system. Part of universe which is under our consideration or on which we are experimenting, that is known as system. And the remaining part of universe except system, that is known as surrounding. And universe should be equal to system plus surrounding. Universe should be equal to system plus surrounding. Universe should be equal to system plus surroundings. And this system can be further of three types. The system can be further of three types on basis of energy change and matter change. This can be of three types. And the first one will be open system. First type of system is open system. Open system means the system which can exchange both heat or energy as well as mass or matter with surrounding, that is known as open system, which can exchange both heat or energy, mass or matter with surrounding, that is known as open system. An example of that is boiling of something in an open container. Second is your closed system. Closed system is that system which can exchange energy or heat with surrounding but cannot exchange mass or matter with surroundings, that is known as closed system. And the last one is isolated system. Isolated system means the system which can never exchange heat or mass or matter with surrounding, that is known as isolated system. And no system can be perfectly isolated. No system can be perfectly isolated, but example of that can be thermos flask. For a time being, example of isolated system is thermos flask. After this, we have to discuss about the thermodynamic properties. So, thermodynamic properties may be defined as those properties which are required to explain and state the laws of thermodynamics are known as thermodynamic properties. Those properties which are used or required to explain and state laws of thermodynamics are known as thermodynamic properties. And these thermodynamic properties basically can be of two types. One are macroscopic and the second one are microscopic. The thermodynamic properties can be of two types, macroscopic and microscopic. So, first we have to deal about macro and then micro. As from the name, macro means large or as individual. Those properties which are studied as individual are known as macroscopic properties, while microscopic properties means those properties which are studied as a aggregate. Those properties which are studied as a aggregate are known as microscopic properties. But in our daily life, we come across the macroscopic objects. That's why we have to deal about macroscopic properties in detail. And these macroscopic properties can be of two types. One are extensive and the second one are intensive. The macroscopic properties can be of two types, extensive and intensive. Macroscopic properties are of two types, extensive and intensive. Extensive properties means those properties whose value depend on amount of substance but not on nature are known as extensive properties. Those properties whose value depend on amount of substance not on nature are known as extensive. For example, mass, volume, resistance, conductance, they are the extensive properties. Now, what about intensive? Intensive properties are those properties whose value depend on nature of substance, not on amount, are known as intensive properties. For example, density, refractive index, conductivity, resistivity, and you can say that melting point, boiling point, they are intensive in nature. After this, we have to discuss about state variables. State variables. So here state variables may be defined as those properties which are used to define or state the state of a system are known as state variable. Those properties which are used to define the state of a system are known as state variable, and these are four in number: pressure, temperature, volume and concentration. These are the state variable. State variable are four in number: pressure, temperature, volume and concentration. After this, we have to discuss about state function and path function. State function and path function. State function are those properties whose value depend on initial and final state only. Those properties whose value depend on initial and final state only, not on path followed, are known as state function. For example, Gibbs free energy is there, enthalpy is there, internal energy is there. These are the state functions. While path function are those properties whose value depend on path followed, not on initial and final state. Those properties whose value depend on path followed, not on initial and final state, are known as path function. For example, heat is there, work is there. Heat and work are the path functions. After this, we have to discuss about few basic terms like work. First of all, we have to discuss about work. What is work? Denoted by W. Work is said to be done when a body of mass m get displaced by some distance in direction of the force applied. Work is said to be done when a body of mass m get displaced by some distance in direction of the force applied, that is known as work. But here we need to take the mechanical work or pressure volume work, and small work done will be equal to P actional into delta V. P actional into delta V. And as far as the sign conventions are concerned, sign conventions of work done by the system, negative. Work done by the system, negative. Work done by the system is negative, and work done on the system will be positive. Work done by the system, negative. Work done on the system will be positive. Work done by the system, negative, and work done on the system will be positive. Similarly, next will be heat, denoted by Q, and heat is the form of energy which is exchanged between a hot and cold body. Heat is the form of energy which is exchanged between a hot and cold body, that is known as heat. Similarly, we have to discuss the sign conventions of heat. Here, heat given to the system will be positive, endothermic, and heat taken from the system will be negative, that will be exothermic. Heat given to the system, positive. Heat taken from the system, negative. After this, we have to discuss about internal energy, denoted by U or E. Internal energy, as from the name we are getting impression, internal energy may be defined as total amount of energy stored in a body. Total amount of energy stored in a body, that is known as internal energy. The total amount of energy stored in a body is known as internal energy, and it should be equal to U, and it should be equal to Q plus W. Internal energy should be equal to Q plus W, and this is known as first law of thermodynamics. This is the mathematical statement of first law of thermodynamics, where U is the internal energy, Q is the heat, W is the work done. Now there might be numerical on this. If a heat of 20 joule is given to the system, heat of 20 joule is given to the system, and a work of 25 joule is done by the system, what is the internal energy change? What is internal energy change? So here formula applied will be U is equal to Q plus W. Q is given to the system, so it will be positive, and work done by the system, so it will be negative. So finally answer will be minus 5 joule. The internal energy change will be minus 5 joule. This type of numerical will be there, but we have to keep this sign convention in mind. Heat given to the system positive, heat taken from the system negative, work done by the system negative, work done on the system positive. After this, we have to discuss a very important derivation, and that derivation is reversible isothermal work of expansion. Reversible isothermal work of expansion. It is a very important derivation and may be asked in your exam or might be numerical on this. So, to discuss this topic, first of all, we have to consider n moles of a gas are stored in a frictionless piston. N moles of gas are stored in a cylinder fitted with frictionless piston, and due to expansion of the gas, the piston gets displaced by distance ds and the volume changes from V1 to V2. I am re-explaining. Let's consider n moles of a gas are taken in a cylinder fitted with frictionless piston, and due to expansion of the piston gets displaced by distance ds and the volume changes from V1 to V2. Hence, the small work done due to expansion of the piston will be dW is equal to minus PdV. This is equation first. If we want to calculate the total work done, for that I have to integrate this equation between limit V1 to V2. So integration of dW is equal to minus will come outside limit V1 to V2 PdV. This equation second. But applying ideal gas equation, we know PV is equal to nRT. This equation third. We have to consider this equation in one variable. So find the value of P. So P should be equal to nRT by V. This equation fourth. Put this value in equation second. We will get integration of dW is equal to minus nRT will come outside. Integration of dV over V between limit V1 to V2. This equation fifth. From this we will get W is equal to minus nRT natural log of V limit V1 to V2. We know limit can be solved by upper limit minus lower limit. So we will get W is equal to minus nRT log of V2 minus natural log of V1. This equation 7. And on simplification and converted in simple log, it will be W is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of V2 by V1. This equation 8. Now applying Boyle's law, we know P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. This equation 9. From this, V2 by V1 is equal to P1 by P2. So we will get W is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of P1 by P2. This equation 10. So this is work done in terms of pressure, and earlier we have calculated work done in terms of volume change. I am repeating it. Let's consider n moles of gas in a cylinder fitted with frictional less piston, and due to expansion of the piston or gas, the piston displaced by ds and volume changes from V1 to V2. So small work done will be equal to dW is equal to minus PdV. Putting this value, integration of dW is equal to minus PdV. From this, P will be equal to nRT by V from ideal gas equation. Integration of dW is equal to minus nRT dV over V. W is equal to minus nRT natural log of V2 minus V1. Simplification, it will be W is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of V2 by V1, and applying Boyle's law we will get 2.303 nRT log of P1 by P2. Now this question may be asked regarding derivation or numericals will be there in exam regarding isothermal work of expansion. I am doing a few, and the first one is, what is the work done when 1 mole of methane gas is expanded from 10 ml to 20 ml at 27 degrees centigrade. 1 mole of methane gas is expanded from 10 ml to 20 ml at 27 degrees centigrade. We know formula applied will be W is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of V2 by V1. From this, N is 1 mole, R is 8.314, temperature is given, that is 300 in Kelvin, log of 20 by 10, and that comes out to log 2, and I mentioned log 2 will be 2.303 minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 300 into log 2, that will be 0.3010. It will be in joule per mole. Now you can multiply and finally answer will come. Next question is there. What is the work done when 2.5 moles of nitrogen are expanded from 5 atmosphere to 2 atmosphere, 5 atmosphere to 2 atmosphere at 27 degrees centigrade. In this case, the formula applied will be W is equal to minus 2.303 nRT log of P1 by P2. Putting the values, minus 2.303, N is 2.5, R is 8.314, temperature is 300, and it will be log 5 upon 2. That comes out to be minus 2.303 into 2.5 into 8.314 into 300 into 0.6990 minus 0.3010, and that will be in joule per mole. This is all about regarding the derivation numericals of this topic. Next, we have to discuss about the thermodynamic process. What are thermodynamic process? So, thermodynamic process are the method or way or path by which the system changes from one state to another state. Thermodynamic process are the method or way or path by which the system changes from one state to another state, that is known as thermodynamic process. And these thermodynamic process can be of 7 types basically, on basis of the physical quantities kept constant. The physical properties constant based process can be of 7 types. And the first one is isothermal process. First type of process is isothermal process. Isothermal process is the process in which temperature remains constant. in which temperature remains constant. So delta T will be equal to 0. Hence delta U, that will be Cv into delta T, that will be also 0. Delta H, that will be Cp into delta T, that also will be 0. And work done by the system will be equal to heat change, and that will be 2.303 nRT log of V2 by V1, and that should be equal to 2.303 nRT log of P1 by P2. Similarly, the entropy change delta S, that will be Q by T, and that should be equal to 2.303 nRT log of T is cancelled, nR log of V2 by V1, and that will be equal to 2.303 nR log of P1 by P2. This is all about isothermal process in which temperature remains constant. So T is constant, delta T is 0, delta U is 0, delta H is 0, work and heat will be equal 2.303 nRT log of V2 by V1 or 2.303 nRT log of P1 by P2, as well as entropy change will be equal to Q by 2 T. So 2.303 nR log of V2 by V1 or 2.303 nR log of P1 by P2. After this, we have to know the device in which isothermal process takes place. That device is known as thermostat. The device in which isothermal process takes place is known as thermostat. After this, we have to discuss about adiabatic process. Adiabatic process means the process in which heat remains constant. Process in which heat remains constant is known as adiabatic process. So Q is constant. So work done will be equal to delta U, and that will be equal to Cv into T2 minus T1, and that is equal to nR over gamma minus 1 into T2 minus T1. Work done is equal to delta U, that will be Cv into T2 minus T1, that is equal to nR gamma minus 1, and that is equal to T2 minus T1, where gamma is the Poisson's ratio. For monatomic gas, its value is 1.66, diatomic 1.40, and triatomic 1.28. Next is delta H, that will be Cp into T2 minus T1. On basis of this, there might be Kirchhoff equations, and Kirchhoff equations are 2 in number. Delta U2 minus delta U1 over T2 minus T1, that is equal to delta Cv. Similarly, delta H2 minus delta H1 over T2 minus T1, that is equal to delta Cp. These are Kirchhoff equation. Other than this, we have to discuss about the adiabatic relations, and these are 3 in number. And the first one is the relationship between pressure and volume. Pressure and volume at constant temperature. And this relation will be P into V raised to power gamma is equal to constant. P into V raised to power gamma, that is equal to constant. Next will be temperature and volume, that will be T into V raised to power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. And the last one will be pressure and temperature, that will be P raised to power gamma, T raised to power 1 minus gamma is equal to constant. This is all about the adiabatic process. Next will be isochoric process. Isochoric process means the process in which volume remains constant, hence work done will be 0. So reversible heat at constant volume will be internal energy change. Reversible heat at constant volume will be internal energy change, and change of internal energy with respect to change of temperature at constant volume is known as internal energy change or CV, specific heat at constant volume. Similarly, isobaric process in which pressure remains constant. Pressure remains constant. So the reversible heat at constant pressure is known as enthalpy change, and change of enthalpy with respect to change of temperature at constant pressure, that is known as CP, specific heat at constant pressure. And the last, fifth type of process is cyclic process, the process in which initial and final point are same. Process in which initial and final point are same is known as cyclic process. And for cyclic process, state variables have zero value. For cyclic process, state variables have zero value. And the next one is reversible process, the process which take place with infinitely slow speed and in infinitely large number of steps, such that there is equilibrium involved in each and every step, that is known as reversible. And the last one is irreversible, the process which take place with infinitely high speed in infinitely lesser number of steps, such that there is no equilibrium involved, that is known as irreversible. With this, we comes to end of today's lecture. Tomorrow we will discuss about few more topic and numericals of thermodynamics. Till then, thank you, stay connected, stay healthy.